A new report from Ontario's chief coroner is raising questions about same-day access to medical assistance in dying. Meagan Gillmore, a reporter with Canadian Affairs, joined us for more on the report.
Mrs. B was an elderly Ontario woman who had a bypass surgery and experienced some complications in her recovery. And the plan was for her to receive at-home palliative care, but after she was discharged from hospital. But after she was discharged, like she was talking about MAID to her family members, who then set up a meeting with the MAID assessor. To be eligible for MAID, two assessors have to independently verify that an individual meets all the eligibility criteria. And during that meeting, Mrs. B said she no longer wanted MAID. But then the next day, she and her husband showed up at a hospital emergency room. The doctors determined that Mrs. B was fine, but they said that her husband was exhibiting signs of caregiver burnout. The report doesn't describe what the doctor saw, but there was a big concern that her husband was experiencing burnout as a caregiver. They went home, and a few hours later, Mr. B called the MAID coordination service to request an urgent assessment of his wife, who was then two assessors approved her for MAID, even though the original assessor who'd seen her the day before expressed concerns and said that caregiver burnout was likely a factor, wanted to meet Mrs. B the next day. That request was denied, and Mrs. B died in the evening. So the main concern that was raised by the committee was first the factor that her spouse's burnout may have played in this decision, but also the fact that when Mrs. B and her spouse went to the hospital, uh, she applied for admission into a palliative care or a hospice facility, and that admission was denied. So she was denied hospice, she was denied palliative care. There were documented concerns that her spouse was experiencing burnout and needed support, and yet she was still approved for MAID and died the same day that she was approved. So since 2021, it is legal for individuals who have what is called a naturally reasonably foreseeable death and meet the other MAID eligibility criteria. It is legal for them to receive MAID on the same day that they are approved for it. Is it common? We don't know. So we know the data in this report is in Ontario. So we can give a data point that in 2023, there were 65 same-day MAID administrations, and then there was another 154 administrations that happened the day after somebody was approved. But besides that, it's unclear how common it happens, but it is legal and it does happen. If it's encouraged, there is debate about that. Some of the stories captured in the report do seem to indicate that some MAID providers actively push for same-day MAID administration over objections from other medical practitioners. So you take Mrs. B's case, for example, the first MAID assessor who saw Mrs. B when Mrs. B said, "I don't want MAID, I just want to continue palliative care." That first MAID assessor said, "I have concerns about why this is being treated urgently. I have concerns about the role of caregiver burnout." And the MAID provider overrode those concerns and said, "No, I think we need to do it now." So there is data in the report that would indicate that a good portion of same day or next day MAID administration in Ontario happens by a small group of doctors. And it's very much a matter of debate about how much some medical professionals are encouraging a very quick administration of MAID.